eye closed. Eternal God, we thank you for the day. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your mercy. And God, we are right here again at the same time. And we ask that you would send your Holy Spirit, O God, to teach, guide, and direct. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How are you? Hello? Is everybody all right? Yes. Is everybody okay? All right. God is good. All the time. And all the time? God is good. It's good to see you again. You know something? We are coming down to the end of the first week. Am I speaking truth? Yes. We're coming to the end of the first week. And the best is still yet to come. Tomorrow evening, I was listening to the announcements. I was listening to I was listening to the announcements, and I realized that they have that there's something big planned for tomorrow evening. Yeah. And tomorrow evening, the sermon will be the biggest sermon you would have heard since this crusade started. Right. Things are getting better. And as things are getting better, we cannot afford to see empty chairs. Okay. Are we together? Yes. Things are getting better. So tomorrow, your task is to make sure that you can get somebody under the tent tomorrow evening. The topic for tomorrow evening is ease the tension. Ease the tension. And I tell you something, everybody now tense. You go in the bank, when you look at your account, it creates some tension. Huh? You're on the job, you have to be careful because somebody else wants a space. The place tense. Yeah. Everything just tense. So tomorrow evening, you got to be out here to understand, to get a glimpse as to what is happening so that we can ease the tension. Yeah. All right? Yeah. We can ease the tension. So we're going to be here. And then on Sabbath, Sabbath we're going to just be bubbling over. All right. We're going to just be bubbling over. Yeah. I tell you, when we hit the second week Sunday night, it's like the plane on the runway. We just on the runway, We just warming up, we're getting down. But just listen, next week the plane is about to be lifted. Yeah. And then we won't have space anywhere here. So we have to add another 10 to the front. All right. Huh? Okay. Now I want you to dream like me, all right? Yeah. Okay. All right? Okay. Okay? All right. We're going to do something great for next week. All right? Okay. We're going to lift this place. All right? Okay. Okay. All right. Tonight, I'm so happy to see my good friend. I remember the face this morning. Can't remember the name. Pastor Miller. Yes, Pastor Miller. You know, my folks that I'm staying with treated me extremely nice. Amen. They want to make sure that when I go back to Tobago, I look better than I came. Amen. I have no problem with that. Yeah. I have no problem with that because when I go back and looking better, then I might be able to be an ambassador for Jamaica and Tobago. All right. So you treat me nice, continue treating me nice every morning, They make sure that they say, come, it's time for you to go for a little walk. You need to exercise. Yeah. So get rid of some of the belly and tea. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Taking good care of the evangelists. I'm very happy to be in their presence. Right? And as I walk, I am getting to meet persons. I met Pastor Miller this morning and his wife. And I'm so happy to meet them, and I'm learning the route so that even though I am at the tent, I could walk home. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Yeah. I could walk home, and some folks might be saying, and you have to be careful, listen to me, he walks with me and he talks with me. Amen. There's nothing that you could do, we can't form no kind of securities, only the Holy Spirit can do that. Amen. Are you understanding me? Yeah. So wherever God leads me, then I would. Amen. Amen. It's time for us to stop preaching. It's time for us to stop preach something that we don't believe.
Amen.
Are you quiet on me, sir? Huh? We always tell people God in control, but why God in control? You can't come with me here, sir. Tell me God is in control. Amen? Yeah, man. See, God is in control. Tonight we're looking at a topic. We don't need another hero. We don't need another hero. We don't need another hero. One morning I woke up home and I turned on the radio and I heard a young girl was making a statement on the radio that just captured my attention. On the radio she said that when she grows up, she wants to be like Oprah Winfrey. I paid attention to what she's saying. And the announcer played it over again. She said when she grows up, she wants to be like Oprah Winfrey. And I sat there and began to try to understand what exactly she's saying. And I started looking at Oprah Winfrey. So I said probably she wants to be a talk show host like Oprah. That could be one reason. And the other thing is that she might want to have as much money and the luxuries of life like Oprah. But then while I studied it, there was another thought that came to my mind. Another thought that came to my mind was, regardless of what you think, she sees Oprah Winfrey as a hero. Are you understanding me? Yeah. She saw Oprah Winfrey as a hero. And because she sees her as a hero, she wants to be like her when she grows up. And we have so many persons in the world in the area of music. There are people who see Michael Jackson still as a hero. I still talk with folks that they said, listen, we have never seen anybody entertain people as Michael Jackson. He is, for those who love music, he is a hero to them. For those, there are some other folks who might be people's hero, people like Beyonce and Jay-Z, people like Lady Gaga. Help me somebody. Yeah. Still be a hero to somebody. For the folks who like boxing, you can't get away from the fact that Muhammad Ali is still in the minds of somebody or some people as the world's greatest boxer that they have ever seen. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Nobody could hit the great Muhammad Ali. They still believe that he is the greatest of all boxers, even though you may have men like Shorey Leonard and Lennox Lewis and even the Mike Tyson who would not give you enough performance for the money that you would spend. He believed that he will take you out in one wrong, he'll take you out in one wrong. Even if you spend your thousands of dollars to see him, he doesn't matter about you entertaining you. He's thinking about himself. He wants to know what fits his pocket. So if he has to take you out in a moment, he'll take you out in a moment. But to some people, he's still their hero. I witness somebody. Yeah. For the folks who like computers, when they sit down, they still want to be like Bill Gates. You know what I mean? Yeah. They still want to be like Bill Gates, and some of them want to be like a guy by the name of Anthony Clark. They said that he's the webmaster. And what about the folks who like sports? The folks who like football, they still see Messi as one of their heroes. Even he's a little Messi now, but they still see him as a hero. I wonder if you follow me this evening. Are you following me this evening? Yeah, for the folks here, even in Jamaica, who like cricket, they still see Chris Gayle as a hero. He's still a hero. Some people still see Michael Holding. Back in Trinidad, we used to call him the Rolls Royce of bowling because he has a nice strides when he's coming up there and looking so unique, you know what I mean? And still he is, for some people, a hero. Are you with me, somebody? Yeah. And what about those folks who like to play basketball, in spite of some new names that are still coming up on the scene? Michael Jordan is still a popular name. Yeah. And then now we have LeBron James who have captured the interest of so many persons, and we see him as a hero. Some little boys, as they bounce the ball, they still start to talk. They still talk about these guys. They want these guys to look to them as a hero. Are you following me this evening?
Yeah.
But beloved, as I look at some of these, I look at the qualities of a hero, I recognize that there are few things that we must not lose sight of as it relates to a hero. A hero must be dedicated.
Yeah.
Are you with me now?
Yeah.
A hero must be loyal. A hero must be determined. A hero is one who is courageous. Are we together now?
Yeah.
A hero is one who is selfless. One who makes sacrifices. A hero is a man of valor. A hero is one who knows about perseverance. A hero is one who knows about focusing and is full of fortitude. Are you hearing me, somebody? Are you hearing me tonight? As I look at these heroes, I found that they have a few things in common. And I just want to highlight two of the things that they have in common. I look at Oprah, I look at Michael Jackson, I look at Riddick Bowe, I look at all these heroes, and what I see happening, beloved, what I see, the two things that they have in common, and one of the things that they have in common is death. Are you hearing me, somebody? I said one of the things they have in common is death. The other thing that I recognize that they have in common is flaws and problems. Are you understanding me? I said they have flaws and problems. Oprah Winfrey, she has a problem with controlling her weight. Are you with me, somebody? And she said she worship a guru God, and she don't understand how people could worship a God that we call Christ. So she has flaws and problems. Are you with me tonight, beloved? Are you with me? Michael Jackson has problems. If Michael Jackson didn't understand and accept his identity, probably he might have been alive with us today. Are you with me, somebody? But he had problem. He had problem for accepting who God made him to be. Are you with me tonight? Are you with me tonight? I want to tell you, beloved, that even Mike Tyson had problems. You know that? You know he had problems? He just had problems because his morals was never intact. Are you with me, somebody? Are you with me? We, beloved, we cannot look at these men as role models. They have problems. I want to follow me carefully tonight. I want you to follow me carefully tonight. They have problems. When you see them, you can't even talk to them. When they are on stage, they are stars. Are you with me now? I said when you see them, you can't even talk to them. But when they are on stage, they are stars. Are you understanding me? But when they go off the stage, they are stars. Are you with me, somebody? Are you with me, somebody? Yes. Beloved, when I was young, let me tell you something. We cannot look at these earthly people and consider them a hero. And when I was young, I told you a few nights ago, I wasn't easy. When I was young, I liked to listen to people like Barry White and Isaac Hayes. Somehow the tone of these guys' voices, when they sing, Sister Scott, when they sing, it seemed as though that they had a voice that could command the right brain to be where they want them to be.
All right.
Are you understanding me? And if you was here last night, you would understand what I'm saying. You know, I like to listen to men like Len Bugzisha because he can do anything on the pan. Are you with me now? And more than that, we, as a little fella, one of the things, you know, my father, he always wanted to have the Bob Marley in the house. And in those days, you didn't have CD and cassette, and this thing was a big gram with a long stick across. You understand? And even though Bob Marley was, you could listen to Bob Marley. I listened to his lyrics, listen to the song. Even if you didn't know the Bible, Bob Marley, in the singing, in the sound, you can tell that, well, this is a man who studied the word and he knows what he's saying. Are you understand? Bob Marley was outstanding. He was charism. He was a touch of class. It seemed as if he was ordained to bring the gospel in song. Conscious lyrics. It's not them thing where Shabba and them singing hello somebody, no. Hello. You must know the truth. And the truth must set you free. Are you understanding me? When Bob Marley sing a song, who the cap fit, let them wear it. Huh? You understand that? And they are fire, you know what? It's a good thing you don't know. Don't let nobody from Tobago come and tell you what somebody from your country say. And you claim that you don't know. You understand? But the thing about it, these are men that we looked at and we wish that we can be in their position to we just like the style. We consider them to be a hero. I thought these guys were hero, but as I got older, are you hearing me somebody now? As I got older, I recognized that there was a void in me that longing to be filled. A void that not even Bob Marley could fill. A void not even Michael Jackson could fill. A void that not even Lady Gaga could fill. There is a void on the inside, and the void needs to be met. Are you hearing me, somebody? We gotta do something with the void. So I have to search and search. Are you hearing me, somebody? As I search, I have found a friend. Amen. I found a friend, somebody. I said I found a friend. You know, my parents used to say, a friend could carry you, but a friend can't bring you. But I found a friend who not only carried me, but he said, I will be with you always, even to the end of the world. I found a friend who walks with me and who talks with me, and he reminds me that I am his own. I found a friend, and look at what John 15:13 said about the friend. What he said about the friend, reader, what he says?
Greater love had
no other man than this.
That a man lay down his life.
A man lay down his life.
For his friends.
For whom?
His friends.
For whom?
His friends.
His friends. Are you hearing me, somebody? A greater love has no other man than this, but that a man lay down his life for his friends. We don't understand the depth of that love. We don't understand the depth of that love. Some of us, we have some flower in the home. Are you hearing me, somebody now? Listen to me carefully. You have some flower in the home, and the neighbor wants some flour, but you know you want to make a bake later or a bread, but it's a problem for you to take a little of what you have and give it to the neighbor. Are you hearing me, somebody? Even when you're leaving home, you tell the neighbor, I'm leaving home, you're going to keep an eye for me. I don't understand. But when the neighbor is in need for a little flour, you can't give the flour. You have a little water shortage, and you have a little water in your home, and you just have to give the neighbor a little water so that they would make some tea for the little baby. But you say, listen, we don't know when we go get the next water, we can't give it. Are we talking about friends? Some of us, we have our children, and we don't even want our children to run an errand, to go down by the shop and get something for our neighbor who is our friend. But this friend that I found says, greater love that no man than this. That a man lay down his life. Let me tell you something. When he talks about a man lay down his life, it means a man who gives up his life. And the laying down there means in death. It means that I will die for you. Are you ready, somebody? So I come to remind you tonight that I have found a friend who laid down his life for me. Beloved, though we don't need another hero.
Amen.
We don't need another hero. And in talking to my friend, I discovered that he was born of a woman just like me.
Amen.
Hey, he was born of a woman just like me. He grew up just like me, hard working. Are you with me, somebody? What's something about this man? What's something about this man? Ouch. And then you could read it.
It's not this the carpenter.
It's not this whom?
The carpenter.
The carpenter.
The son of Mary.
The son of Mary.
The brother of James.
The brother of James.
And Jesus.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, and Judah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Simeon. Simeon. And are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him.
All right, now watch this now. I want to pay attention. I told you he was born of a woman, just like me. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
And he was hardworking just like me. Now watch this. He says, the verse started off by saying, is this the carpenter, the son of Mary? So one thing you learn right there is that he was a carpenter.
Yeah.
Are you understanding me now?
Yeah.
Beloved, from the onset of my friend's life, he learned that his purpose is to shape. Watch me carefully now.
Yes.
He recognized that his purpose is to shape anything that is crooked, make anything that is crooked straight.
Amen.
Are you understanding me?
Yeah.
In the carpenter's shop, when the wood uneven, he knew that in order to get a good furniture, that he have to line it well and he has to straighten it out. Are you understanding me?
Yeah.
He learned even in the carpenter's shop that even if the wood is rough, because he's a carpenter and he believes in quality of the highest standard, that he's gonna smoothen it out. Are you understanding me, somebody? Are you understanding me? So from the onset of his life, he took up a trade that reminds me the purpose for which he has come, because there are some of us who are.
All right. Yeah.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yeah.
There are some of us who are cooking.
Yeah.
Can shape us. It takes my friend who is specialized in straightening, cooking things to straighten you out.
Amen.
And that's the reason why the Holy Ghost has pitched this tent, because there are some folks in Fraser's continent who are not so straight. They are cooking, but they need to be straightened out. And I'm happy tonight to let you know that my friend has the ability to straighten you out.
Hallelujah.
He is a hero.
Yeah.
I come to tell you tonight that my friend has the ability to make those rough edges that you have smooth. Are you hearing me, somebody? Some wife will leave here tonight going home and sing hallelujah, because some husband will be smooth now tonight.
Amen.
Are you hearing me, somebody? Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yeah.
There are some husbands who will leave here tonight going home happy because his wife gonna learn how to take time and smooth out herself.
Yeah.
So he's going home and they're going to be walking home tonight as the lovers. Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yeah.
So he, from the onset, took up a work that reminds him of the duty he has to do. Beloved, my friend had the power of choice just like me.
Amen. Yes.
You didn't get that?
Yes.
I said, my friend has the power of choice just like me. And I believe that he has the power of choice just like you.
Amen.
Just like you. Oh, are you hearing me now? Are you hearing me now? I trust God that the prince is nice enough to read. Right. Let's go there now. Matthew chapter 4 and verse 3, what he says.
And when the tempter came,
And when who came?
the tempter,
And when who came?
the tempter,
Who is the tempter?
Satan.
Satan is the tempter. Watch this carefully now. Watch it. Watch it. Go ahead, reader.
And when the tempter came to
When
him,
the tempter came to
he
him,
said,
he said what?
Thou be the Son of God,
If thou be the Son of God, do what?
command that these stones be made bread.
I don't understand it.
Yes.
Now let me give you a little backdrop behind this thing so that you could follow the text. It was after Jesus' baptism. He was led up into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. Are you hearing me, somebody? And he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. So at this point in time, my Savior was hungry. Hey.
Yes.
No, you don't know where it's hunger. Hello? Let me give you a story. I took it upon myself one day. You know, I don't like the physical examination for the prostate.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Me can handle that.
All right.
So me decide, I will take my health in check only. And I am going to go and do a cleansing, clean up the colon, clean up everything and eat right.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Because I've got to understand there's some food that really help in that area.
Yeah.
And I believe that my food should be my medicine.
Yeah.
So I'm not concerned about taste, but it's medicine.
Yeah.
So part of the program is that you have to fast for 3 days. 3 days.
Yeah.
And the only thing that goes into your mouth for 3 days, the only thing that goes into your mouth is water.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that you don't drink less than 1 gallon of water per day. But it was still easier for me than the physical examination would proceed. But let me tell you something, day one was bouncing, nice. When day one finished, I said, hi, this is what them people that talk about. Fasting, and whole day. Day 2, good. Day 3, 8 o'clock in the morning, the stomach said, hey, come. I said, no. We have to stand up and fight.
Yeah.
12 o'clock in the day, and listen to me, the folks who doing the program cooking the food in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So you're smelling dead at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the body calling and you have to say no. And it comes down to 4 o'clock. And you sit down there and you say, well, listen, we have until tomorrow before we eat. The guy was 2 doctors. They went on a little errand and they gave us a video and said, listen, look at this video, take notes and write a paper on what you see. But you think you could focus? No, let me be honest with you. I home by you. I have access to the kitchen. I have access to the fridge. And my belly growling. And I have to be honest. Not to touch anything in the fridge. So I had 2 friends with me. I said, gentlemen, I know you're hungry. I'm hungry too. I drink the whole gallon of water already. I said, what's in the fridge? Look how much cashew nuts you have in the fridge. I said, listen, you don't want to eat all. But we could go inside and you take 2, I take 2, and you take 2. And nobody ever miss it. Are you understanding me? The friends look at me and they say, me ain't taking none. So I tell the friend, I said, let me tell you something. I don't have a problem, You know how the devil has caused you to reason? I said, I don't have a problem, I only doing this as a preventative measure. So I go in the bag. And I was tempted to take the handful. But I ended up taking 1 grain. So I tell him, and I take that 1 grain and I chew that 1 grain until it becomes liquid. And I drink the next cup of water. I say, well, this at least this will keep me until tomorrow. So when I understand the challenge is to fast for 3 days without putting anything solid in the stomach. You understand me? Jesus fasted for 40 days. I could imagine because he was a man like me. Are you understanding me? Are you understanding me? Don't let nobody tell you that was Jesus. No. He was a man like you. And he fasted for 40 days. And at this time, the devil went to him and said, and when the tempter came to him, it is the devil. And said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, command these stones to make bread. I could imagine Jesus, who knows that he has the power to make the stone into bread. Hello? But what did Jesus say? But he answered.
But he answered and said,
what he said? It is what?
It is written.
It is what?
Written.
It is written that
Man shall not live by bread alone,
but what?
but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God.
Beloved, let me tell you something. What I learned from the text, when Jesus said that it is written,
Yes.
it means therefore that Jesus was studying the scroll.
Yes.
Are you understanding me?
Yes.
He could only say it is written because he knew what is in the book.
Yes.
Some of us are failures because we don't take time to study what is in the book. Even though we may be Seventh-day Adventists, some of us are running on the edge of life because we don't believe what is in the book.
Yes.
And God is calling us to be a people who should believe what is in the book.
Yes.
He says, it is written.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Some of us are easy to swing on every wind of doctrine because we don't know what is in the book.
Yes.
And we are growing up a generation who are accustomed to just touching a button and things appear. We are growing up a generation who don't know anything about hard work. But I come to tell you tonight that hard work is necessary for your spiritual development.
Yes.
I hear young people back home saying to me, Elder, you just work too hard. We, this generation, we know how to work smart. I say, yes, you know how to work smart. That's why I have to visit you behind bars. It is because of your smart work. Why I had to take time on Sabbath morning to come down in the prison and to pray with you. And some of them who so biggish, and when they're on the road, you know, they turn man. When they reach them in the prison, hear them, when they go home, tell mommy. Huh? It is written, study the book. Study the book. And these days we have the book more available than when we had it 10 years ago. On all our smart devices, we have the word. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
And you can download it free.
Yes.
But when you're studying the word, that's why you hear, we always have to believe what our foreparents say. Even if they're going dead wrong, we still believe what grandma said, grandma, tan say. But Jesus says, it is written. It is written. We go on again. What he says now, continue reading. He says, then what?
Then the devil taketh him up into a high city,
a holy city.
And set him on the pinnacle of the temple.
Oh, you understanding what I'm saying? You understand what is happening, beloved? Don't play with the enemy. Don't try to reason with the devil. The devil doesn't love you. The devil could show you some nice things. Are you hearing me, somebody? Some of you are acquainted with playing draft. You're acquainted with playing draft? Or chess or something like that. Here what's happening, there becomes a time, when I used to play it, I still remember, that you have to, you want to have a king, and sometimes you have to push a knob here, and you understand me? And force the man to eat the knob. And when he take that, you come and hit it back.
Yeah.
Are you understanding me?
Yeah.
Huh? And that's the game that the devil plays. He comes with us and he gives you a little one. For example, he gives you some of the Christians going outside and look for
Yes.
Huh? Carrying you on the outside. You see some boy on the outside or some girl on the outside, and they say like Samson, get her for me, for she pleased me well. And that one come back in the church, and then you use that one as a template. You stop looking at the word. You begin to look at an individual as a template and say, if Sister Dora could come back, then if I go, I will come back too. But when you go out, you're dead.
Yes.
Your whole life mess up.
Yes.
You hear me, somebody? Huh? Whole life mess up. The devil could take you some places and show you some real nice fancy things. Took Jesus upon a holy city and seated him on the pinnacle of a temple.
Yes.
The pinnacle of a temple.
Yes.
And you know what is a temple?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
The devil took Jesus right there and put him on the pinnacle. You ever hear the saying, near to church,
far from God?
Or far from God?
Yes.
That was a situation happening there. The devil took him right by a place where he knew Jesus would love to be in the temple.
Yes.
But he had a motive that was not The correct motive. Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
Let's continue. What he says.
Unto him,
And he said unto him,
if thou be the Son of God,
if thou be the Son of God,
cast thyself down.
Cast thyself down.
For it is written,
what?
He shall give his angels charge concerning thee.
Hold that there. Hold that there. Do you understand the text? Ella, read that text again.
And said unto him.
I want you to read that text and think as you read.
Yes. And said unto him, if thou be the Son of God.
If thou be the Son of God.
Yes. Cast thyself down.
Cast thyself down.
For it is written.
He
shall give his angels charge concerning thee.
Hold up right there. Who said it is written? Who said it is written? Who said it is written? Satan said it is written. Satan said that. Satan said yes, sir. He said, and he said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written.
Yes.
So it means that the devil know the word.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
The devil know the word.
Yes.
The devil know the word.
Yes.
For it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee. And that is written.
Yes. Yes.
Some of us playing with the devil and we don't understand our danger. And that's why I'm here to let you know it is a dangerous thing to play with the devil. Because I understand if you play with fire, you're going to get burned.
Yes.
Continue, reader.
And in their hands,
what?
bear thee up.
He shall do what?
Bear thee up.
Are you understanding?
Yes. Lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Are you watching that now? Let's go again. Let's go. What he says.
Jesus said unto him.
What Jesus said unto him.
It is written again.
It is written again.
Yes. Shall not tempt the Lord thy God.
Notice that Jesus' only defense was the word.
Yes.
Even though he was a son of God, his only defense was the word.
Yes.
No wonder why David said, thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not what?
Sin against.
Sin against whom?
Thee.
Sin against whom?
Jesus.
He, God.
Yes.
Thy word. Men and women today need to have the word of God in their hearts.
Yes.
If we want to control crime, the word of God must be in our hearts.
Yes.
If we want to control adultery and fornication, the word of God must be in the heart.
Amen.
If we want to control corruption and disobedience, that word must be in the heart.
Yes.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
Word must be in the heart. So we continue what it says then. What it says, again, he, the devil what?
Taketh him up into an exceedingly high mountain,
and
showeth him all the kingdoms of the world.
Showeth him all the what?
Kingdoms of the world.
Are you understanding me, beloved? Watch this now. One of the things that I'm learning as I study this passage moment by moment is how the devil is persistent.
Yeah.
Are you understand? The devil is not giving up.
No.
The devil is not giving up. The Bible says, again, the devil taken up into an exceedingly high mountain. I could imagine.
Yeah.
And showed him all the kingdoms of the world.
And the glory of them.
Yeah. Like if he devil create world. Huh? Let me tell you something. The devil wants to give you the impression as though he owns you, but he doesn't own you.
Amen.
He doesn't own you.
Yeah.
It is God who made you.
Amen.
God is your owner.
Yeah.
Are you understanding?
Yeah.
The devil is a pirate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sneaking in somewhere and sell you some kind of vice. Hello? Sell you some kind of vice. And when you hook on to the vice, you lose your focus.
Yeah.
The devil is not your friend. He's your enemy.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
I said the devil is your enemy.
Yeah.
And that's why he didn't want the meetings to be here, because he knows that there are folks who will say yes to Jesus. Then your devil know that he will lose the battle.
Praise the Lord.
Hello?
Yeah.
So tonight when you hear the call being made for you to come for prayer and for you to say yes to Jesus, don't sit down in your seat and fight. That's right.
Yeah.
Don't fight it. God wants to save you.
Amen.
Greater love has no other man than this. But another man laid down his life. Look what Jesus is going through after his 40 days of fasting.
Yes. And said unto him,
what?
All these things will I give thee.
All these things will I give thee what?
If thou wilt fall down and worship me.
Now, watch this now. Watch this. The devil plan for Jesus was to get him to worship him.
Yes.
Are you understand?
Yes.
And he recognized that Jesus did not eat for 40 days. He's a psychologist.
Yes.
So because he's a psychologist, he decides that he's not going to attack him where he doesn't feel the pain. Or where there is a greater need. At this time, the greater need was for food.
Yes.
Are you understanding?
Yes.
So I want worship. That is all I want, worship. That's why some of you young ladies, when them fellas come, young men and some old men out of place. Out of place. And come to you and telling you about they could sponsor your school fee. That's right. If they want to sponsor your school fee, let them pass through mommy and daddy. Let them give mommy and daddy the money. You understand me?
Yeah.
And you don't take no right from them. Don't listen because they have a tendency of butter you up until when you reach the age, you know?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
You know when the Julie mango at a certain stage, you take care of the Julie mango and when you reach a certain way, and then the Julie mango get full,
Yeah.
and then you wait until when you ripe. But some of them just force ripe the mango.
Yeah.
Now who have ears to hear, let them hear what the Spirit say unto the church.
Yeah.
Are you understand me now? Are you understand me?
Yeah.
Any means necessary. Some people know that because you and your husband have a little challenge and things are going right, they're watching you all the time, and you who don't even understand what's happening to you. You run to the man, you run to the woman and start to cry and tell him the problem. And he said, all he said is, thank God you come now because I know I want to thank God you come now. Come on now, you must know the truth.
Yeah.
And that's all I teach people. How to protect yourself. Know that you become vulnerable when you are at a certain time when certain things are happening to you. You become vulnerable. Hey, learn to know the word.
Yes.
And exercise some faith in God.
Yes.
Even though I go to the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me.
Yes.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
It's better for you to die with your dignity
Yes.
than to live a glorious life and end up as fuel for the hellfire. Hello?
Yes.
Are you with me something?
Yes.
Are you with me? So all the devil wanted was worship.
Yes.
And he's going around all this thing, going around, because all he wants is worship.
Yes.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
But because Jesus knew the word,
Yes.
Jesus was able to say something to him. What he said?
Then said Jesus unto him,
What he said unto him?
Get thee hence.
Get thee what?
Hence. Satan.
Yes.
For it is written.
For it is written.
Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God.
Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God.
And him only shalt thou serve.
And him only shall thou what?
Serve.
I don't understand me. Beloved, I come to tell you tonight that we don't need another hero.
Amen.
We don't need another hero. Because my friend is a great hero.
Yes.
He's a hero of heroes.
Yes.
I can walk with him and talk with him.
Yes.
I can listen to him. Are you with me, somebody? And I come to remind you tonight, beloved friends, that I realize that he has the power of choice just like me.
Yes.
I have the power of choice. He chooses not to, and you can choose not to.
Amen.
Are you with me now?
Yes.
He lived in an environment just like me. The Bible says that he grew up in a little town.
Yes.
A little town named Nazareth.
Yes.
And let me tell you, beloved friends, that Nazareth was not an easy place. All the gangsters live in Nazareth.
Yes.
Are you understand me?
Yes.
Lesbianism,
Yes.
Nazareth.
Yes.
Homosexuality, Nazareth.
Yes.
banditry, Nazareth.
Yeah.
Jesus grew up in Nazareth. Are you hearing this, somebody? He grew up right in Nazareth. And I understand that it is from Nazareth that he left. And he went to Galilee.
Yes.
And then he was baptized.
Yes.
Are you hearing this, somebody?
Yes.
So he left a place of filth, a place where all the morals was low, and he left that place because he had freedom of choice.
Yes.
He chose to come out of Nazareth, moved to Galilee, and was baptized by John in the Jordan.
Yes.
Are you hearing this, somebody?
Yes.
Are you hearing this, somebody? What I understand is that the Bible says that be ye in the world but not of the world.
Yes.
Some folks have a problem with understanding that. Oh, I could be in the world but not of the world. Hello.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I've learned that when you're trying to understand some scriptures, you must go back to nature.
Yes.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
In order to understand that passage of scripture that says, be ye in the world, but not of the world, you gotta go back to nature. So here it is. The fish swims in the sea. The fisherman catches the fish. You buy the fish. And you prepare the fish for a meal. Hello?
Yes.
And while you're preparing the fish for the meal, you're seasoning it, you put some salt in it. Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
You get the moral of the story?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So the fish live in the salt water,
Yes.
but its flesh is not contaminated.
All right.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
I said the fish live in the salt water,
Yes.
but its flesh is not contaminated.
Yes.
When you're going to prepare for a meal, you got to still put a little salt in it.
Yes.
So so when the Bible said, be in the world, but not of the world. Are you hearing me, somebody? You can live it.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
Yes, you can live it. Beloved friends, let me tell you, it gets better than that. Because my friend started his ministry to share a powerful word, just like me in an early age. Are you hearing me, somebody? Beloved friend, the more I commune with him, the more I feel that I can hold him tighter. I don't want to lose sight of him because he is my friend. He said to me in John chapter 3 and verse 16, what it says, for what?
For God so loved
For God so what?
Love the world.
Love what?
The world.
What is it in this world for God to love?
Sinners.
Watch this world. What it is
Sinners.
in this world
Sinners.
for him to love.
Yes.
But the Bible says, for God so loved the world.
That he gave
That he gave what?
begotten Son.
The world in the context refers to me and you.
Yes.
So God so loved you.
Yes.
God so loved me.
Yes.
That he gave his only begotten Son.
That whosoever
believeth what?
in him
Shall not what?
perish.
Meaning that word perish. Now let me highlight that one tonight. This word here, perish.
Yes.
This word perish.
Yes.
It means therefore, it talks here about hellfire.
Yes.
That he says, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Yes.
The opposite to everlasting life is hellfire.
Yes.
Are you ready, somebody?
Yes.
Some people running around and holding on to a beer and holding on to some alcohol, some rum and some Guinness and something, and feel that it's too hard to let go of Guinness and to leave the man wife alone and leave the woman husband alone. Are you ready, somebody? Leave the little child alone. You find that it's too hard to give up that to gain eternal life. But God is saying to you tonight, you have a choice. It's either you give it up or you face the consequences, which is hellfire.
Yes.
There's no two ways about it. And we don't teach poetry. Are you ready, somebody? You're not somewhere floating, waiting. No.
No.
Are you ready, somebody? Whosoever believeth in him should not perish. I come to tell you that, beloved, I guess that I did not say to you, yes, who my friend is. But I heard some people call him the lily of the valley. The lily of the valley. Now, when I look at lilies, I recognize that lilies do not grow in clean water.
All right.
Lilies do not grow in clean water. In order for lilies to look good, the water has to be dirty and murky. Are you understanding me? And what is amazing, out of that dirty and murky water, the lily sends out a flower that is so beautiful. So when they call Jesus the lily of the valley, I heard that they call him the bright and morning star. I heard they call him the wonderful counselor and the prince of peace. Are you with me, somebody? I heard that they call him the rock of ages. I heard some call him the Alpha and the Omega. I come to tell you, regardless of all the names they have called him, I call him tonight Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Are you with me, somebody? I call him Jesus. Just in case you don't know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the man who went on the old rugged cross and who died on the old rugged cross to save a wretch. Somebody hear me tonight. To save a wretch like me. For I once was lost, but now I'm found. Deliverance, grace, marvelous grace, grace that will cleanse us. Are you hearing me tonight? Are you hearing me tonight? Hey, beloved, I come to tell you it gets sweeter. I understand that he loved people so much. He loved people so much that there was a time when a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood for 12 years came behind him and she touched the hem of his garment. This woman had a blood problem for 12 years. No physician could heal that woman. Are you hearing me, somebody? I know Obia man could heal that woman. Are you hearing me, somebody? Are you hearing me, somebody? No, nobody could heal that woman. She would have spent all her earnings trying to get help, but nobody could help. I come to tell you, we don't need another hero. This woman went down, and as Jesus was moving through the crowd, I believe if it was you, you would have wanted to see Jesus face to face. But this woman recognized that this is the man of the hour, and if I can't see him face to face, I must be able to touch some part of him. And in a weak moment, she just got a hold of the hem of the garment, just a hold of the end of the garment, and the Bible says that virtue left Jesus, and immediately the woman was healed. We don't need another hero. Hello, somebody. You might have cancer fighting you. You may have some problems now, but if you take it to King Jesus, he has the power to make you whole. Are you hearing me tonight? I come to tell you it gets sweeter because I understand that again he entered into it. And what happened there?
Some days.
And what happened there?
Noise that he was in the house.
There was noise that he was in the house. Listen to me, Jesus was so famous that wherever he is, he couldn't be silent.
All right.
I heard somebody. And straightway, reader, go ahead, reader.
Straightway, many were gathered together, in so much that there was no room to receive them.
No room.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, not so much as about the door.
And
he preached the word unto them.
He preached the word unto them. Are you with me now? What he says?
And they come unto him, one sick of palsy.
Sick of palsy.
Yeah, which was born of 4.
Was a born of 4?
Yes.
Continue now.
Yes. And when they could not come nigh unto him.
They couldn't come nigh unto him.
For the press, they uncovered the roof.
They uncovered what?
The roof.
They uncovered what?
The roof. Where he was. And when they had broken it up, they let him die.
Are you understanding me, beloved? Let me tell you something. When you have a roof over your head, then it means that you are protected from being wet.
Yes.
Are you hearing me, somebody now?
Yes.
Are you hearing me, somebody? So the roof, you may have a roof over your head, but you really need to get wet.
Yes.
Because I understand that on Sabbath they have a baptism. There's a roof over your head. The roof of adultery, the roof of fornication, the roof of stealing, the roof of backbiting, the roof of coveting, the roof of illicit sex. Are you hearing me, somebody? Listen to me. There's a roof over your head, and the roof over your head makes you feel comfortable. But I come tonight to tell you that you have to uncover the roof. You got to take off the roof. I said, take off the roof. Somebody, I said, take off the roof. Take off the roof and let your sacrifice go down. Take off the roof, the Bible says. They uncovered the roof where he was, where Jesus was. That roof of complacency. You don't know if today is Tuesday or Saturday. Life just goes on. But Jesus said, hey, uncover the roof. They uncovered the roof where Jesus was. And they what?
And when they had broken it up, they let down the bed with the sick of the palsy.
When
Jesus saw their faith, he said to the sick of the palsy, Son, thy sins be forgiven thee.
I'm hearing somebody. Hey, watch this now. After they had uncovered the roof, let them down. What Jesus was looking at now is the faith. Are you understanding me now? And the Bible says without faith it is impossible to please God. And some of us will remain where we are because we don't exercise faith. Hello somebody, you got to step out in faith. Are you following me? You got to step out in faith. You got to step out in faith and make a commitment. And when you step out in faith and make a commitment, you wouldn't see the angels, but the angels will cover you. Are you hearing me, somebody? And the Holy Spirit will anoint you from the crown of the head to the sole of your feet. God will not leave you comfortless. He said, listen, I must go so that the comforter must come. Because when Jesus was here in person, he could have only been in St. John. He couldn't be in Fraser's scheme at the same time. But it was necessary for him to go so that he could be in New York and he could be in Fraser's continent. It's important for him to go so that he could be in Fraser's continent and still in Tobago. Why are you hearing me, somebody? It is necessary, say I must, it is expedient that I do. So the Bible says, when Jesus saw the faith, he said unto the sick of the palsy, thy sins be forgiven thee. Hello, let me tell you something. Your physical well-being is good. Hello? Are you hearing me, somebody? It's good to move about without pain. It's good to live a life without any kind of disease. Are you hearing me, somebody? But in the eyes of Jesus, the most important thing is to forgive people of their sins. Hello? Hello? That's why even on your sick bed, and you have a moment of consciousness, and you could talk to God, he could forgive you. Are you hearing me, somebody? So the first thing Jesus recognized with this man is not that he needed physical wellness, but what he needed was spiritual wellness. So he says, thy sins be forgiven thee. Are you hearing me, somebody? But look at some experienced church persons. Look at some experienced church person's response to what Jesus did. Continue reading.
But there were certain of the scribes sitting there, reasoning in their heart.
Reasoning in their heart. That they have more love and they know more than Jesus. What it says?
Why does this man thus speak blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God alone?
Who can forgive sins? You understand? Who you think he is? That he could make such a bold statement, thy sins be forgiven thee. Who do you think it is? Because you see, in their minds, they see what the man did yesterday and what happened earlier. And because he was lying there, it had to be something that he had done or something that his parents did, and he's now paying the price for it. He's suffering for what he did. Oh no. And then we use a nice term and said it's a generational curse. Come on now, let me move on quickly. Go ahead, Leah, what is it?
And immediately when Jesus perceived in his spirit, so reasoned within themselves, he said unto them,
What he said unto them?
Why reason ye these things in your heart?
Why?
Whether is it easier to say to the sick of the palsy, thy sins be forgiven thee, to say, arise, take up thy bed and walk.
Are you understanding that, beloved?
Yes.
Are you understanding that, beloved?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, verse 10 says what?
But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth.
The Son of Man has what?
Power on earth.
Hey, the Son of Man has what?
Power on earth.
He has power where?
On earth.
Where are you living?
On earth.
Where are you living?
Earth.
The Son of Man has power where?
On earth.
He has power where?
Right here.
Right here on earth.
Yes.
Are you understanding me?
Yes.
If I am living on earth and the Son of Man has power on earth, then I am rest safe in the arms of Jesus. I come to tell you tonight that we don't need another hero.
Amen.
My hero is Jesus.
Yes.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
Are you hearing me tonight? My hero is Jesus, friends. Friends, choose Jesus tonight.
Yes.
He is the greatest friend to me, and he will be the greatest friend to you. Are you hearing me, somebody? Yes. Beloved, let me tell you something. I come to tell you that Jesus left the splendors of heaven,
Yes.
knowing his destiny.
Yes.
But he and still fulfilled the
Yes.
mission
Yes.
that he has in store for you.
Yes.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
Are you hearing me tonight, beloved? Beloved, tonight, you know there are two things about a hero as I prepare to close. Two things about a hero that I want you not to lose sight of. And that is sacrifice and perseverance.
Yes.
Are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
My friend, Jesus left that splendor of heaven. In the Garden of Gethsemane, the pain began to intensify, but still he not changed his mind.
Yes.
He not change his mind. He know that the time coming, but he change his mind because he know that he has to represent. Are you hearing me, somebody? He has to represent. He is a hero who laid down the life for your sin and my friend. See? Tonight I want to encourage you to know Jesus now. Know Jesus now as your Savior.
Yes.
Know him now as a Savior. Because if you have to know him as judge, are you hearing me, somebody?
Yes.
If you have to know Jesus as judge,
Yes.
then it will be too late.
Yes.
Tonight you have the opportunity to know him
Yes.
as Savior.
Yes.
He is your hero.
Amen.
He is your hero.
Yes.
When we were small, we looked at a picture, at a movie. We looked at Superman and Spider-Man. And whenever you're in trouble, you don't know where Superman come from, you don't know where Spider-Man come from, but they just come to your rescue. Are you understanding me? And you might be going through some situation and you don't know where help will come from, but Jesus will just appear.
Amen.
Are you understanding me?
Yes.
Sometimes you don't know where you'll get the money to do this or where you'll get the stuff to do that, but Jesus just appeared.
Yes.
The bank is coming down on you, and if you didn't pay your money by such and such a time, but Jesus just appeared.
Yes.
Are you understanding me?
Yes.
He just appeared. And tonight Jesus is willing to do that very thing for your life.
Yes.
Very thing for your life. Tonight, we don't need another hero. We don't need another hero. Was the message clear? If the message was clear, just read your eyes.
Yes.
Was the message clear?
Yes.
Good. God bless you. Message was clear. How many persons tonight want to know Jesus as the hero? I invite you to stand. 308 is the song that I want us to sing. 308. You want to know Jesus as a hero? I invite you to stand. I invite you to stand. 308. And I'm not going to hold out any call for long tonight. I'm not going to hold it out long tonight. So whatever thou has to do, do it quickly. Are you hearing somebody? Tonight is your night. Tonight is a night when you give your all to Jesus. Are you hearing somebody?
I would be their Savior, holy God.
Teach me how.
Teach me how.
Teach me how.
Teach me how.
Oh yes.
I would do
I will do thy will. Help me. Holy God. Holy God. Holy God. This is. Holy God. Holy God. Holy God. Holy God. Before we sing the second stanza, think while you are singing, what is your relationship with Jesus? If for any reason Jesus chooses to call you home now, where will you spend eternity? As we sing this second stanza, sing it and think about your relationship with Jesus. We go, what is worldly pleasure?
What is worldly pleasure?
Without gain. Without gain. Oh yeah. Sing the song now, hold it down. You're giving Jesus your all now, hold it down. Hold it down. This is my vow. Hold it down. As we sing the other stanza, you might have come Monday night, Sunday night, and Monday night for prayer. But let me tell you, we're living in a vicious cycle. We at no time should cease from praying. So even if you would have walked Sunday night, you would have walked Monday night. I'm asking you again to walk because I understand that the Bible says if we resist the devil, that he would flee. Are you understanding? Are you understanding me? If we resist the devil, he would flee from us. And one of the ways to resist the devil is to draw close. Are you hearing me, somebody? It's close to Jesus. So as we sing this stanza, Pastor Miller, I'm asking you to do the closing prayer for me tonight, please. As we sing, leave where you are. Do it quickly, do it quickly. Come, let's pray together. Let's sing the song. As I cast. One, come. Two, coming. Three, coming. 4, 5, coming. Just keep coming. Is there somebody else? Just keep coming. God bless you. God bless you. Who else coming? Is there somebody coming here? Yes, coming. This man. Come, bring them. Yes, come. Holy die. Yes, bring. Just bring. Holy die. Oh, yes, praise God. Come for prayer. Tonight we pray. We pray. Bring them. Yeah. Holy die. Holy die. Holy die. Is there somebody else coming? Sing that stanza again. As I cast earth transcends. As I cast earth transcends. Come down here. Come down here. Come down here. Is there somebody else on that side want to come? Is there somebody coming? All I find this my comfort. Sing the song now. Sing it. Somebody on the outside. Is there somebody outside wanting to join us here? Is there somebody? Come. God bless you. Is there somebody else? Hold it down. 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 Say that again. Hold it down. Hold it down. Is there somebody? I'm waiting for that one more person who needs to come to Jesus. We need prayers tonight. I'm waiting for that one person. Who's that one person? Hold it down. Is there somebody on that side? Is there somebody? Is there somebody? Beloved, at some point in time, even Jesus said that he would say, it is done. Tonight, as I made the call, it is done. It is done. While Pastor is praying, I understand that those that came in at the 11th hour received the same pay. So while Pastor is praying, you still have some time before the 11th hour close. Come now while Pastor pray.
Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight in the mighty name of your Son Jesus.
Yes.
The one who gives life. The one who makes all the provision for us to be happy.
Yes, Lord.
We thank you for the opportunity you have given us, that we still have the power of choice.
Yes.
We can choose to serve you, and we can choose not to serve you. Oh Lord, we want to choose to serve you tonight.
Yes, Father.
Because Jesus is the only way.
Yeah.
He is the only answer.
Yes, Lord.
He is the only one who can make one like me and you and point us to the way to the kingdom.
Yes.
Tonight he has showed us the way through your delegated servant.
Yes.
That Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So as we come to you, we pray that you forgive us of the sins we have committed.
Yes, Lord.
Cleanse us from all unrighteousness and make us what you want us to be.
Yes.
Oh God, we know it's not an easy road, but with Jesus by your side, we can walk with him and he will talk with us and he will lead us all the way. The psalm says, under his wings and safely abiding. Though the night deepens and tempests are wide, still I can trust him, I know he will keep me.
Yes.
He has redeemed me as his child.
Thank you,
Oh Lord, we thank you for that song. We thank you that you help us to make it a reality in our lives, so that in the near future when you shall come, we will have no need to run to the rocks and to the mountains to hide ourselves, but we will stand to hail you as our Lord and Savior. We want to thank you for the speaker. We want to thank you for the mighty way you have used him. We pray that you will continue to energize him so that he can deliver your message. Help, Lord, that we will not hear him each night, but we will hear Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Thank you for hearing us. Thank you for answering us. We pray in Jesus' name.
Amen. God bless you, everybody. Bring a friend tomorrow. The subject is hot, hot, hot. Ease the tension. Come, let's put out the rest of the chairs to accommodate your friends that you will meet. God bless you. Have a wonderful city.
Travis and times are here, because we care. We hold dear as a sin. And your hearts to love in the chasing one. Say we will strong
Just reminding you that tomorrow morning, fasting and prayer right here. We begin at 8 through to 12. Fasting and prayer right here. All are invited from 8 through to 12.